here on the JR the Bossman Show. And as promised, we're having a great guest for you out of Columbia, Missouri, the new coach of the Missouri Tigers, Coach Cuonzo Martin here on the Bossman Show. Coach Martin, glad to have you back on the show again, Coach. And I know
Thank you,
I know you're happy, Coach. You're getting off that road in that July recruiting period and get some rest a little bit in the office there. Be with your family for a little while.
Oh, yeah, that road can be tough on the body, but it's worth it and it has to be done.
You got that right. Now, Coach, you started off strong getting Michael Porter to come to your program. You got other guys committed to come to Mizzou. What's the excitement been like around Columbia, around the university, with you coming in, bringing your staff there, and bringing your pedigree coming off of those great seasons at Cal to the Missouri Tigers?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, it's obviously been a whirlwind for us, adjusting to a new climate, different program, building a program with, great tradition and history, and we have to get it back to that point. And obviously to have a caliber guy like Michael Porter Jr. on board, who's a very talented player. And I think the one thing, he's been blessed with God-given gifts as talent, but I think the thing that separates him from a lot of people is his ability to work hard, work on his game, want to get better, taking care of his body. I mean, I've never seen a young guy. I think the other guy I've had, Jarnell Stokes, when I was at Tennessee, when you talk about a guy that just rehabs his body, stretches all the time, do the little things to keep his body prepared for games at this age. I mean, Johnathan Stokes is probably the last guy I've seen that do that at this level, but he takes care of his body, and he's programmed himself to be a great player, but he puts the work in. I think that's what separates him from the competition.
Now, Coach, how do you feel getting back to the state of Missouri? You was at Missouri State, you went to Tennessee, now was at Cal, now you're back in Missouri. So how does it feel to be back home for you instead of Missouri, where you got your start at, where you're comfortable at?
It feels good. Again, the work is the work, and it feels good to be close to my mom as well as my family, so that part is great. But you know how it is this time of year, especially when you take over a job up until now. Maybe next week I'll get a little downtime, be at a vacation with my family, but since I took over the job up until now, it's just really been a grind as far as recruiting, evaluating talent, building relationships. Because again, I was 3 years in California, so I was far away from the Midwest. I didn't spend a lot of time outside of specific recruiting in the Midwest because there were so many guys in California. So now just continue to build relationships, or new relationships, and just continue to grow as a coach.
And speaking of relationships with the players, Coach, and evaluating talent, how often you got to get on the court with your guys, kind of see what you have to work with before you go out for recruiting in July, kind of knowing what you need to fill the roster with. So how you feel about the guys you have returning already on your roster that you got to kind of work out a little bit over the summertime?
Well, good question. I think going into July, we felt like going into, April, May, we felt like we had some things. But once we started really working with our guys on the floor, we had to shift in a different direction as far as what we thought we really needed going into 2018 as far as recruiting. So we try to cover a lot of ground from being on the East Coast, down south, Midwest, out west, just recruiting, just seeing a lot of different guys to fit what we're trying to do. But I think we got quality pieces here on our roster right now. We have some quality guys that, returned from last season's team, even though we had, some tough patches there, but we got some guys that are battle tested, understand what it takes to compete. They've seen tough times, but they continue to work, and I think that was the thing that was most impressive for me, to see some of the guys with the way they put the work in. And it is tough when you lose some games. You win an average of 9 games in 3 years. That's a tough thing to deal with as a student athlete because everybody wants to be a winner, and now you walk around campus. And I thought the guys did a great job of still maintaining a level of composure, keeping their head up high, not getting discouraged, and I think that says a lot about these young men.
And, Coach, with the time you had with them on the court, how much do you instill for as your playbook or philosophies in the summer workouts, or you kind of wait till you get there in October 1st and kind of put it in October rather than trying to do it over the summertime for us, put in specific plays, specific schemes? How's a lot of work for you?
Well, the one thing I've always done when I take over a program, I always try to gauge the level of toughness, the competitive spirit, the work ethic, guys that want to be great players, the desire for guys that have a passion to compete, all those things. So we do a lot of competitive drills. We do drills where we have weight vests on, where guys have to work out in a weight vest. And that's a tough workout. And you can say you work out for 30 minutes with a weight vest on. That's not an easy thing to do. So we just do different things just really to gauge the level of toughness. And you try to find out who your leaders are at that point, because the last thing you want to do is go to battle, and all of a sudden it's January. You're still trying to find a guy that's a leader. Who's your guy in the locker room? Because oftentimes it's not the guy that's the loudest guy. So I try to find that thing out early, just to see who's the most competitive guy, who's the guy that has a desire to be great, who has a passion for our team to be successful.
And Coach, speaking of those activities you're doing, it has to go big towards building team chemistry, building cohesion as a unit because you're going through these hard times together. You're getting tougher together. You're grinding together. So far, how have you seen your guys' for cohesion and being closer, becoming a unit and one? So when it comes down on October the 1st, then come November, you guys are ready to roll and y'all already together. Y'all got your game plan ready to go. How you going to attack this year as Missouri Tigers?
Well, the thing we always talk about for each guy, just try the best to do your job to the best of your ability. Don't get consumed with another guy's job until you figure out how to handle yours. And oftentimes, when you start a program, we like our leadership to come from the top, and that's the older guys. Well, in this case, everybody's new when it comes to dealing with me because everything is new as a new coach, even the current players. But what we try to do from the top, our seniors, our juniors on down, to help the freshmen understand what it means to be a college student athlete. And I think that part is important. But really how to face tough times, how to deal with making poor decisions. So we bring a lot of character people in to speak to our guys just about doing the right things. And the other thing is just you'll make mistakes, but learn from your mistakes. And we don't need the public to know about what's going on in your locker room. You guys have to be able to learn how to deal with things within your locker room, and that's how you grow. It's not about, putting other guys' business out there, but all those things that you deal with, like my mom taught me growing up in a household, we talk about those things first before we can move forward.
Exactly. Because you don't want anybody kind of trying to crack the foundation of your home. Because when you start leaking stuff to the media, telling guys stuff, it gets out. It only causes confusion and drama, Coach, which end up splitting teams. And so many teams split because of, I call it having a loose lips or diarrhea of the mouth. Because you couldn't handle it in the house internally and get it worked out as men together in the locker room.
That's so true. So we spend a lot of time with that, just about, not making excuses. Having a level of integrity and to what you're doing the right things. And we always talk about to tell the truth, just to be honest, to be trustworthy. And those things are hard to deal with when you're a young guy, because everybody's came from being the best guy. Everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants it that way. We just tell guys, have a level of integrity, character, and try your best to tell the truth. And I think that's the most important thing.
You got there right, folks. We have Cuonzo Martin here on the Bossman Show, new coach of the Missouri Tigers up in Columbia, Missouri. Now, Coach, speaking about cohesion as well, how long does it take guys to trust in a new coach? Like, I'm interested to know that point from you as a guy who's moved around a couple of times. How long does it take for guys to trust in you and your staff? Because you can't be in a new coach, you're like, this guy going to keep my scholarship, I'm going to get released, I'm going to get cut. So how do you go about building that cohesion with the new guys remaining that they can trust you and believe that Coach Martin didn't recruit me, but he still has my back no matter what?
Well, I think for every player, it's different times, and I kind of go back to when I was a freshman in college, and I played for Coach Katie, and to say when I trusted him, I think it's hard because when you're young, you don't really understand what the trust means. You know the word, you know the definition, but I didn't trust Coach Katie when I was a freshman because I wasn't playing early. Not because he mistreated me or did something wrong, because I wasn't playing, so I equated that for not liking him or he didn't like me. Why was I not playing? Because I played in high school. I played a lot of minutes, had success in high school. So I felt like I didn't have a good relationship with Coach because of that. But as you get older, you start to understand that he cares about you. You're not ready yet. And I think for a young man, dealing with who you are first, and we always talk about look in the mirror. And two things we talk about, you either listening to noise or you listening to music, and which one sounds better. So when you're listening to that noise, that negativity coming through, his coach don't like it, he mistreating, he should be playing, he likes this guy more. Or the music part is you telling yourself, I need to get better. I'm not as good as I want to be, but I need to work on my game. I need to get better. Because then I started, when I went into Coach Katie's office as a freshman, we probably 15, 16 games into my freshman season, and I went into his office and I said, Coach, why am I not playing? What does it take for me to play? And whatever he said at that time, he said it before, I just wasn't listening. But at that point, I was at a low point. I started listening, and I never looked back since. And I think that's where the trust came in for me. But again, he said it from day one. I just wasn't listening from day one. So I think the trust really comes in when you get older. Also, if you're playing from day one, you think you trust Coach, but all of a sudden you have adversity. Now, do you still trust Coach? It's still the same Coach. You just had adversity. Now, how do you deal with the adversity?
Exactly. And it's usually, Coach, the first key things. Like first sign of adversity is when you really know a guy's true character. Because when it's all good, they the best, everything's rosy, and they happy. But when they hit their first patch of a few bad games, not making any shots, or you get onto them a little bit, then you see where their heart is, where their mind is. That's how you really know what kind of guy you got right there.
And I think it's important, but you know how it is with young guys. I mean, you have some very talented guys that are blessed with gifts at 17, 18 years old. But oftentimes, I think as a young guy, and I went through it myself, I was so consumed with my public perception of what people thought of me or what I thought of myself, as opposed to my integrity and my reputation as a young man. The integrity is most important, but I didn't think about integrity at the time. It was about the public perception of me and my reputation. So I should be playing. I need to get what I need to get out of this deal, as opposed to what's most important for the team. But again, when I got a little bit older and I started to understand and things started to slow down for me, I understood what Coach meant and what he was saying. I think that is most important.
And, Coach, looking at your roster going forward here, as we get close to October, November time here, who are some, Michael Porter's going to definitely be a key cog for you. Who are some other guys going to be key for you the next year for is making sure you guys are successful, getting your guys established in SEC as a threat going forward, and give your program the foundation you want it to have to grow this program out going forward for many years to come?
Well, I think what we talk about as a staff, we're building a program. So it's not a case. I mean, you got Michael Porter Jr. He's a very talented young man, extremely hard working, blessed with gifts. But it's not. This is not a program that's here for 1 year, and then all of a sudden next season we drop off. So our goal is to have success. Our goal is to build a culture that sustains the test of time. As long as we're here as a program, and what we're trying to do as a program and as a staff, and we build a program so guys come back 5-10 years down the road. Okay, this is what it looks like. This is something we built 5-10 years ago, and I think that's what it's about. But when you're talking about Kevin Prairie, Jordan Barnett is a guy that played last year. Kevin Prairie is a very talented guy. Jordan Barnett was the leading scorer. Kevin Prairie and then Terrence Phillips. Those are your three returning scorers from last season's team. Guys that are battle tested. They played in a lot of minutes. They dealt with some tough times, dealt with a lot of adversity, but they stayed the course. They continue to grow. They continue to get better. Now, the wins didn't show that, but you saw the progress of these guys even when you watch film. Now, at the same time, all three of these guys had opportunities to leave the program because, again, why would I want to stay with a program that hadn't had success when I can go over here and somebody else give me an opportunity to come play with a winning program? Let me go try to do this, but they chose to stay here. So I think it says a lot about them from a character standpoint to even fight through it, to be a part of this. So I give a lot of respect to those guys to understand that. But we got some talented young guys. We got a guy, Cassius Robinson, a guy's transferred from Canisius, who a guy can shoot the ball, played well at Canisius last season. So we got a lot of experience. Jeremiah Tillman is a freshman guy, is very talented. Blake Harris came in as a freshman guard. C.J. Robinson is a freshman guard. So we have parts, and again, we got to put it together, help them understand the most important thing: how to win games, how to compete, how to play hard, how to play for each other.
Now, Coach, look at the SEC now, since you're back in it. There's so many teams I feel are on the rise there, and there are quality teams out there. So do you feel like with your team now being on the rise, with you being there, a lot of the teams growing and getting a little older, that SEC will be more respected more nationally for as a team, conference can get more than 5 teams in the tournament now, because all these quality teams and quality coaches and quality players in the league now is going to make the league more competitive going forward?
Well, I've never really understood. It was. We used to talk about it all the time as a staff, as coaches, at our coaches' meetings when we got together in the spring about how can we get more teams in the tournament. We would do a lot of different things. We mixed the leagues up, make it 2 leagues, make it 2 conferences, do this, do that, everything, improve the RPI, scheduling better. So everything, I could never figure that part out because guys played against great teams in the preseason. You competed against each other in the league, but for some reason we couldn't get more teams in the tournament. So I never understood that. Now, obviously, the SEC had a great run last season, so we want to piggyback off that because I think the league will be even better this season. When you talk about this is a league really should have 7+ teams every year, even on down years. I mean, because I think we have that caliber of talent, that level of coaching in this league.
Yeah, Coach, I got a couple for you about your time at Cal. As you leave Cal, Coach, you got to feel good knowing that you had 2 20-win seasons out there, 18-win seasons in your first year out there, and established the foundation, made postseason twice. So as you leave Cal, you reflect on that. How satisfied are you with the job you did out there and the foundation you laid out there for Joaquin Jones as he take over from you as he goes forward now with that job out there with the Golden Bears?
Well, I think Joaquin, he'll do a great job, an even better job than what I did, because one thing about him, when I took over the job, I'd never been to California outside. I didn't land in California when you're talking about an airplane and being in the state of California. only twice in my life, and they had summer events out there. So I hadn't been to California. I never really recruited California at all, outside of a junior college guy in San Francisco when I was an assistant coach at Purdue. So when I took over the job, I'd never been to California like that. So we're starting from ground one, just really hit the ground running as far as recruiting, building relationships. And in this profession, if you've been in this, it's tough. You're trying to build those relationships, and they start from day one. You might have a great shot at recruiting a young prospect, but if the coach doesn't have a relationship with you, it'll probably be tough. So just building those relationships now. In Joaquin's case, he's from California, so he understands the lay of the land. He was a great addition to our staff, so I think it really helps, and I think he'll do a great job.
Now, Coach, my last one for you is Joaquin. I had him on a show a couple weeks ago. He spoke so very highly of you, Coach. He talks about how he's indebted to you and how you meant so much to him. So I want to say on there, the guy loves you, man. He's talked really high about you. And, you know, saying that I say, hey, Coach Martin's a great guy as well. He's coming on my show every year. I've been a host, so I appreciate you for that, Coach. But Joaquin really owes. He said he owes a lot to you on there. And I wanted to say on there that, you know, he really has your back, man.
No, thank you. That means a lot. He's a good man. He's a good man.
Well, Coach, look, I'm glad to have you on the show again. Coach, look forward to seeing you at either Vanderbilt or Georgia, one of these schools down here close to Atlanta. Catch up with you and hopefully have a dinner or something or lunch or something if you got some time between practices all that, and preparing all that good stuff, Coach. But I'm glad you're back in our league, and we're good to see you on the road sometime here.
No, thank you, Gerald. I appreciate your time.
All right, folks. It's Cuonzo Martin here on the Bossman Show.
All your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft, whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft. Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Album is available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
We're back here on the JR the Bossman Show. We have a great show for you today. Already lined up. We talked to Cuonzo Martin of the Missouri Tigers here. Now we're going up to Connecticut to talk to Baker Dunleavy of the Quinnipiac Bobcats. Coach, how you doing up there, man? How's life treating you up there in the tri-state area?
Doing great. This is a great time to be up here, man. I know how hot it is down there in Atlanta, so it's nice and cool up here. We keep it in the 70s, and that's how we like it. We'll be jealous. We'll be jealous in January, though.
Coach, you got that right. I'm telling you, real quick story, Coach. I can't drive in snow. That ice storm we had here, Coach, I was in the house for a whole week. I didn't come out the house.
Yeah, I believe it. They shut down. Even up in, like, I was at Villanova in Philly, and you get a little further south than that. Like, even D.C., they shut it down. You get a little bit of snow. So they're used to it up here. We might as well be up in Canada, but luckily basketball is an indoor sport, so we enjoy our hoops, and we're really excited for the season.
Amen to that. Now, Coach, what does it mean to lead this program with Quinnipiac, the Bobcats, and what about the administration, just the job itself, really with you to make you want to leave Villanova, take this opportunity to be your head-to-head man here, lead this program for years to come?
Yeah, I think every coach is different in terms of what they're looking for, and obviously, it's not easy to leave a great place, but I know what I've learned at Villanova, what I've been a part of, and I've always just kind of felt like no matter what level, what division, what conference, if I were to leave Villanova, hopefully it would be to go to a place that's very similar in values, in terms of academics, beautiful campus, and maybe most importantly, a desire to be great. And so I think that's what this school is. I mean, it's one of the fastest growing schools in the country in terms of athletics, but also just in terms of enrollment and academically. So they're really, really into growth. And so hopefully that will apply to our basketball program. But we got a lot going for us. It's a building process, but there's so much to sell up here in recruiting, and we're, geographically in a very similar place that I'm used to in the Northeast. So, we feel great about it. I think, it's a very promising program, but we gotta go now do the work.
Yeah, cause I put up the map and I saw like where Hampton is. It's like, wow, you got Long Island there, you got Bridgeport, you got Hartford not there far away in New York City. So it's like you're in a great spot. You're pretty much a suburb of New York, if you want to be honest about it. So you can sell that right there.
Yeah.
You're basically in New York.
Yeah.
It's
a different pitch to each recruit. To a New York guy, I'm a suburb of New York, and to a Boston guy, hey, we're just a suburb of Boston. But it's true. We're halfway in between those two major cities and right on I-95 and on the Amtrak line. So, we're recruiting very similar to, again, what we were used to at Villanova, which is, essentially Northern Virginia, D.C., up through New England. And there's a lot of good players in that corridor.
Now, Coach, you see yourself making Quinnipiac maybe like a national brand, or coming down here to Atlanta, to the South, or Florida, go to Texas, or go even out west a little bit? I know it's a little bit farther for you, but if you see somebody out there you like, do you see yourself making like a national brand at school where you go all over the country trying to find players to come play for you, or you kind of want to stay in a certain area that's kind of a hot zone for you guys?
Yeah, our job really is to, especially at this level, is to find maybe some guys that people miss on. And so I never expect to be able to come down there to Atlanta and beat Georgia Tech for a player. But, maybe if that guy, for whatever reason, has fallen through the cracks and doesn't have, maybe some of the regional offers that he desires down there. I mean, I went to Villanova. Kerry Kittles, who most basketball fans will remember, is from Louisiana and just didn't have a high level recruitment when he came out. And so that's our job, and so while it's convenient and advantageous to have a lot of players within the Northeast region, our goal is to build up enough success to where we have a brand down there, but also, we do a good enough job evaluating talent. Maybe we can find a couple diamonds in the rough.
And speaking of the talent you have, Coach, how often you better get on the court with your guys and kind of implement your schemes and your principles, your philosophy, kind of see how the guys are made of? So how often you better get done that with the July recruiting period that's ended, which you've been on the road pretty much the whole month of July? So how's it just been with you trying to see what you kind of have, and did that kind of make you rethink what you need to go out and recruit based on what the pieces you already have on the roster right now?
Yeah, it's helpful to be able to work your own guys out, see what you have, like you said. I think every college coach would agree. We wish we had a little bit more time with our team in the summer, not necessarily to practice, but skill development and player development. We're allowed 2 hours a week. So most teams will break that down to 3 40-minute sessions or 2 one-hour sessions. So you wish you had a little more, but it does help you kind of project what you're going to be, what you need. I also think just in terms of developing relationships with your players as a coach, so much of it is you form that bond both on and off the court. But if a player believes in what he's doing on the court and he believes he's getting better, they're more apt to have a great relationship with you off the court and that trust level. So the summer is big for that, developing relationships with the players, but also getting guys better.
Now, how long would you say in your mind do you feel like it takes for a coach and a staff and the players to kind of trust each other after a coaching change? How long does it take for you guys to kind of gel and them trust you? You trust them and kind of fill them out? And do you go about trying to do intimidate out, like going out to the city of New York or going on trips to kind of build camaraderie, kind of get guys to buy into you and what you're trying to sell them and what you want them to be going forward?
Yeah, it's a good question. Obviously, there's no exact science to it. And you get advice from so many coaches who have taken over jobs. And I think the most common answer you get is, as a head coach, the most important thing is you're genuine, lay out expectations honestly and really be yourself and not try and put on, any show or do something that really isn't in your character that's going to fade. Just be consistent. So that's what we've tried to do. We've done meals. We're going to go bowling next week, just different things. Just to spend time together off the court as well. So all of that is important, but I think it's just, not to be too cliche, but it's just one day at a time, one small step at a time in everything we do. And we can't get impatient. It's just a process, and we all know that.
You got that right, folks. Yeah, Baker Dunleavy here on the Bossman Show from Quinnipiac, the Bobcats up there out of Hamden, Connecticut. Now, Coach, what's been the biggest adjustment for you? Going from a long-time assistant to the head coach. Wearing their hats, a big responsibility now. So what is that role like moving over there one seat to take over your own program, make all decisions, they all come to you now? How's that been for you?
Well, I think it's exactly what you just said. It's the biggest change is just the enormity of it and the volume of decisions that you have to make. As an assistant, you're bringing maybe 3 or 4 things to your head coach a day, and it doesn't hit you, but there's about 20 people doing the same thing. So the speed at which you make decisions, the values that you have that you kind of hold on to that allow you to make quick decisions, those are the things that really come into play when you're a head coach. And it'll be interesting, kind of getting a year in and looking back at some of the decisions I made early. But I feel good about it, but it can be overwhelming at times. But that's where you lean on a really good staff. I have great assistants and a great trust level with them. So, but you're right. That's been the biggest change. And at times it's the fun part as well. You get to make the calls.
Now, Coach, we're in August here now. Practice starts October the 1st. So are you already staying up late thinking of plays? You're sweating already? Is your mind already working in that season mode, or you haven't got to that point yet?
You know what? I feel like I've been at that point for a while. But not necessarily drawing up plays or worrying about the season itself, but short-term and long-term things that need to get done right when you take a job. There's a long list. So just always, consistently looking at that list. Am I getting something done today? Am I being productive? And it's kind of endless. But this is the time of year where, for me, just after going through the summer, formulating schematically, defensively, what's the best way for us to play, the best way for us to schedule ourselves during the school year. A lot of big decisions need to be made, initial decisions right now in this period before the guys get back full time.
Now, speaking of the style of play, now I know how you play at Villanova. Will you be kind of incorporating some of what Coach Wright done at Villanova, or do you have some other things that you have in your mind that you want to run for your guys, or you maybe kind of tailor it to the guys you already have and the guys you're bringing in to play this first year, kind of put your system in you want to put in year 2 and down the road?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's probably a combination of all three. The basis and setup of what we do will be from what I learned at Villanova, and the key to that is guard play skill and spacing. But what plays we actually run, what exactly we do within that spacing will be different based on, probably not having, we normally had about 3 point guards on the floor for us at once. At Villanova, we might have less, but tailoring it to our personnel and really as a coach trying to make sure what we're doing plays into the strengths of our players.
Gotcha. Now, Coach, also you mentioned non-conference scheduling. This year's schedule is probably already done for you, but like I said, you're in a great area for us recruiting and playing opponents. So how do you see yourself going about scheduling games in the future? You show some two-for-ones maybe, some money games here, play the big tournaments. How are you going about trying to get you guys ready for conference play?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think every year it's a balance, and so although scheduling is something for the most part that gets done years in advance, our schedule was close to being set by the time I took the job. So, it's pretty logical. In the years there you think you're going to have a pretty good team, you want to play a little tougher. Years where maybe you might be young and need a little bit of a cushion, maybe you don't play as hard of a schedule, not as many road games, whatever you have. But the one thing we'll always do is try and play an exempt event, in November. And so, this year we'll go down to the Virgin Islands, playing the Paradise Jam. Those things are always good as recruiting tools, as trips for your players, but also, you get tested against pretty high-level competition. We'll open up with Colorado down there. So, again, scheduling is always a balance and forecasting kind of what type of team you'll have, but, we'll always try to be as aggressive as we can be.
Now, Coach, there'll be a situation when would you play your dad at Tulane? Would you ever do that? Is that something? And then the cards to play the Golden. Go,
Everybody asks me that. It's like, and it's the furthest thing from my mind. In fact, it's the last thing I need. It's just more like any family drama on top of all the work we have to do with this program. So the answer to that would be definitely not. And maybe eventually once because he's doing the same thing as me. He's going to start year 2 now at Tulane of a rebuilding job. So just trying to stay focused, keep it simple for now, and like I said, I need all the family support I can get.
Exactly. I totally agree with you on that. If I want to Coach this, you was at Villanova, and you saw the shot that was made in this championship game. Coach, it's got to be the feeling you felt when that play was drawn up and you saw that shot go in. How did it make you and that whole staff feel? Did you think that was going to happen when you drew that player come out of that timeout?
Yeah, I mean, it's just an incredible kind of storybook ending that you couldn't even fathom when you're daydreaming. But I really believe it was, it was a perfect representation of what we talked about at Villanova when we talked about the word attitude. It's kind of our mantra, and not worrying about what happens to us, but how we respond. And so, when Marcus Page hit his double clutch 3 to tie the game, I think the thing I was most proud of, and Coach Wright as well, was the way our guys came back from the floor after a devastating play right there, and then came back to the huddle totally focused, moving on to the next play. And so what allowed us to execute that play was really the guys' heads being in it and not being devastated by that. Because we had the game won. We were up 3 with whatever it was, 10, 12 seconds left. You don't lose games like that. You just don't. So, again, just the fact that we executed the play, whether he made the shot or not, we were going to be proud that we had the mindset to execute. And so when he made the shot, it was just kind of it was a rather large cherry on top of the cake, but it was sweet. It was great.
Now, I got one more for you, Coach. Will you be borrowing any of Coach Wright's old hand-me-down suits? That man can dress. That's a bad dressing dude there. Are you going to follow his footsteps? You going to get your own style going there?
He's good, man. I don't know. I think, everything looks good on him, but once I throw it on, it might not look the same. I don't have quite the same swag to put it all together. So I'll definitely, while I like to think that my ensembles will be good, when you try too hard, sometimes it doesn't work. So I'll try and be solid, and maybe steal a couple things out of his book. But there's only one Jay Wright.
I hear you. Well, Coach Dunleavy, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, man. Look forward to having you on again real soon. We'll definitely keep an eye on you guys up there at Quinnipiac. And anytime you want to come on the show, you feel free to come on. I say I loved your brother here with the Hawks this past year. I had your dad on last year. He was a great guest as well. So your family's cool with me, man. Dunleavy's all fine by me, man.
Sounds great, brother. Thanks for having me on.
All right, Becky. Have a good day, man.
All your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft. Whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft, Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
suckers, and you don't know how I did it.
All right, folks, we're back here on the JR the Bossman Show. We've had a great show for you so far today. We've had on Cuonzo Martin, the Missouri Tigers, Dunleavy at Quinnipiac, and then we're going to Oklahoma State to the Cowboys, a team that's a great team wearing that orange and black, to their new head coach, Mike Boynton, here on the Bossman Show. Coach Boynton, congratulations on this gig at Oklahoma State, man. How's it treating you so far?
It's been great. Been really good. It's been about 3.5 months or so. They put the staff together and recruit a few guys to add to the players that we have returning. And so we're excited about what this season is going to hold for us upcoming.
And what does it mean to you personally that you lead this program going forward, this great program with Eddie Sutton, who played at Foundation, Coach Alba, and now you get to be the head man of Oklahoma State Cowboys. What does it mean to you, the administration, been thought enough to make you the man lead this team going forward after Coach left and got him another job elsewhere?
Sure. No, it's a big deal. Oklahoma State basketball program has been one of the, elite basketball programs in the history of the game. You go back to some of the coaches who coached at this program, Mr. Iba, who literally people changed the way they coach because of him. And then you look at the success Coach Sutton was able to have over his over-decade career, the head coach. Goes to show you there's a serious level of commitment to the program. We've got a tremendous fan base. We're really, really passionate. We want to see success. One of the unique things about it is almost all of our fans are Oklahoma State graduates. So there's a different level of pride that comes with wanting to represent this school, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
I hear that. And, Coach, what's been the biggest adjustment for you going from being the assistant coach to the head man? What's it been like to have to calling all the shots on your own, calling your own shots now? We're going from making suggestions relative to it being your call now. How's it all been for you, man?
Yeah, probably just managing, more so than anything. I'm in charge or responsible for a lot of different people and their families, specifically our assistant coaches and the rest of the staff. But also responsible for trying to make sure that the goals of our program are accomplished and that the dreams of our players are also met as they matriculate through our program, whether it be 1 year as a grad transfer like we have one this year, or a junior college kid who usually plays 2 years, or someone who's here for the duration of their college experience, maybe 4 or 5 years, trying to make sure that they all can meet their goals while you're in charge, so to speak.
And speaking of recruiting, we come off the July recruiting period here, and
Yep.
You've been a new head coach. So were you able to kind of assess in the spring workouts how you needed to attack the July recruiting period to kind of figure out what guys would you kind of feel like a shooter here or a length guy here? So those workouts kind of help you figure out, and plus we on the staff last year know kind of how you want to attack this July period, what guys you want to bring to the roster come August and down the road as well.
Yeah, no question. I think even dating back to prior to the spring, having been able to be an assistant here for the last year, really gave me a clear view into what the program needs for the immediate future in terms of continuing to build ourselves up as a Big 12 power. And certainly if you're a Big 12 power, you got a chance to get to a Final Four and win a national championship. So, I knew that coming into the spring, what we would be losing, and then certainly what we would need in terms of continuing to build off of some of the success we had going to the NCAA tournament, and not having the success we wanted to have, but certainly giving our fans a taste of what to be expected over the next several years.
Now, speaking of guys you bring in, are you going to be more of a high school guy or a JC guy or a grad transfer guy or a transfer guy in general, or you kind of want a mixture of all of it, all the above, whoever's the right fit for your program, rather than just going out and kind of get a certain type of a guy? You kind of take it on a case-by-case basis and figure out which guy works best for you and your program.
Yeah, I think more of the latter. Our staff is charged with finding the best players possible that fit the needs of our program. And certainly character is a big part of that. We've got to have good people who care about education and value the opportunity to be a part of something that's bigger than themselves. But whether that's high school, junior college, or 4-year transfer, or whatever the case may be, European recruiting, we certainly look under every opportunity we can and use our relationships across the country and internationally to try to find the guys that best fit what we're trying to do.
And with your location, proximity to Texas, proximity to like Chicago, all those different places with all these different players, and kind of essentially located in the middle of the country, you kind of hit anywhere you want to go to. So that kind of helps you out well for your location and the fact that, hey, in Stillwater, you're not going to get in trouble in Stillwater. You're going to come to ball and go to school, so you can focus in what you want to do there. So that kind of thing you kind of sell to guys who think about coming your way and knowing the fact that, hey, you're in the Big 12 on a great stage. You can come here, get a great education, get a great networking environment, and play for a good program, a guy who cares about you as a person, who's played it himself. It can help you and get you where you want to go.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think our location is a great advantage in that we can get to a lot of places. I took a flight this spring to San Francisco direct. I was able to find Kendall Smith there. And obviously that's a place that we can get to pretty easily. We can get to Chicago. Obviously Dallas is pretty close by, and there's a lot of players in the state of Texas. So I love where we're located, and certainly our league, having been the top league 5 of the last 6 seasons and the most competitive league for all of the last 6 seasons, is something that we recruit to as well.
Folks, we got Mike Boynton here, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, here on the Bossman Show. Now, Coach, speaking of that, when teams watch your teams play this year, what do you want to take away from watching you guys play? You be a fast-paced team, defends hard, so talk about how you think you want to play with your guys this year and what fans should expect when they see you guys take the court in November here coming up.
Yeah, I think the first thing I want people to recognize is we're going to be the hardest playing team on the court every night. However many games that is, 30, 35, 38, whatever the number is, we want to be the hardest playing team on the court. We'll give ourselves a chance to have success. Certainly our identity will begin on the defensive end of the court, though. We're going to be a tough, hard-nosed team that really competes on the defensive end. And offensively, we want to play fast. We want to continue to push tempo. Last year, we were the number 1 offensive efficiency team in the country. We want to continue that. That's the style of play that players like, our fans enjoy, and it's something that I look forward to continue to build on.
And, Coach, looking at your non-conference schedule, I think with you being in the Big 12, you have no problem scheduling games per se. So when it comes to trying to get into the tournament, do you want to schedule teams a little bit harder and harder level of mid-major to kind of make sure the RPI is high? Because Sunday you want to be kind of like, well, you don't have any top 50 wins against this person, and always you didn't go on the road. So all that talk you had is you kind of think about that when you're scheduling games, kind of give you a chance, seeing the best chance at an at-large bid if you don't win the Big 12 tournament when we get right there in March there.
Yeah, I think about it not quite as much as people may think, just because our league's so strong. I think there's no greater example than our team last year. We were 0-6 in the Big 12 on January 20th and on February 20th because we had won like 6 games against the Big 12 in a row. We were a lock for the tournament. You get opportunities to prove your value to the committee every night when you're playing in this league. So, we'll play 18 games against high-quality, top 50, top 75 type opponents, and that's plenty. And in non-conference, what you want to do is you want to find what your team needs, whether you have a young team and need to find a way to gain some experience. We always want to reward our fans with a great home schedule and give our team the best chance to prepare for the rigors of the Big 12 schedule once late December and early January rolls around.
That's a gauntlet. 18 games against those 9 other teams in your league, man. I can only imagine of the gauntlet you're going to go playing them twice, home and away.
Home and away. You get to play everybody in the league. So, people ask about road games, and I start listing off all the places in the Big 12 that we have to go. And if they can find an easy place to find a win, then we can have something to talk about. But I've got to go to Lawrence and Ames and Morgantown, West Virginia, Baylor and Waco and Austin and all those places every single season. So we get plenty of road challenges.
Got you on that, Coach. Now, looking at your roster as we sit here today in August here, who are some guys expecting to be key factors for you this year going forward, having big issues on the court for you? And who do you plan some guys you think are going to really develop over the practice time? You're going to see a big jump this year as well.
I think the first guy that jumps out is Jeff Carroll, who went from averaging 7 to averaging 17 from his sophomore to junior year. Certainly don't expect him to make that kind of jump again, but certainly expect him to be a consistent contributor on the offensive end for us. Lindy Waters, who was a freshman last year and dealt with some injuries, is a really talented kid who's a perimeter player. But we certainly need some more from Mitchell Solomon. He's a really, really good defensive player and rebounder. We'll need him offensively. And then I'll just pick out two guys who I think will be, kind of guys that will burst on the scene for us. Defensively, a guy named Sema, Yankuba Sema, who's a transfer from St. John's, who won't be eligible until second semester. I think he'll bring us some defensive presence. And then Zach Dawson, who's a freshman from Miami, Florida, will be a guy once late December, early January rolls around, he'll start figuring it out, as most freshmen who are really good do.
And, Coach, also, can you share with us who are some guys that really meant a lot to you personally and professionally, who's really helped you get to this point you are now to be the head coach of the Oklahoma State Cowboys?
Oh, man, I couldn't even. I don't know if you have enough time on the segment for me to list all the guys that I'll be thankful to have come in contact with. But my dad was a big influence on my early basketball life. But then once I got into playing, the coaches that I played for, starting with my high school coach, Bob Leckie, and then the college coaches, I was able to play for two guys who were really successful, in Eddie Fogler and Dave Odom. And then all the guys that I've been able to work for, starting with Larry Davis, who's now the associate head coach at Cincinnati, taught me a great deal about recruiting and how much it means from a head coach to be involved in recruiting from a day-to-day standpoint. I had an opportunity to work for Buzz Peterson for 2 years at Coastal Carolina, worked for Mike Young at Wofford, who's still there, who does as much with as little as anybody I can imagine. The amount of success that he's been able to have over there, it's been unbelievable. I was able to go back to my alma mater and work for Darren Horn and learn a lot from a guy who had, played at Western Kentucky and then worked there and worked his way up. And then obviously, Brad Underwood, who I spent the last 4 years with, is another guy who I was able to learn from an X&O standpoint, ways to be adaptable to your team from year to year. So I give credit to all those guys. A guy who's not in coaching, hasn't been for a while, is a guy named George Ravlin, probably the greatest influence on my coaching mentality and approach. He's a guy who's a director of global basketball for Nike, and a guy who's been a really, really strong mentor to me in my whole career.
And final one for your coach is this. I know you're a new coach, you got a lot of responsibilities on your plate, so talk to us about this. What's been your typical day like since you've been a head coach? Like, have you been having meetings all day, marketing, meeting boosters, golf tournaments? How's it been, man? And recruiting calls as well. How's it been for you?
It's been pretty hectic, but it's been really enjoyable. There's a lot of things to it. There's a lot of bases to cover, a lot of people to touch, and they're all really important. Obviously, what you got to do is try to keep things in priority order. Make sure your players are always first. Make sure you're able to touch your alumni, and never forget that you're always trying to recruit the next guy who can help your program continue to excel. So recruiting and our current players are 1A and 1B. And then obviously boosters and alums are somewhere really close behind. But then obviously there's media obligations and things like that just come with the job. So I get it, I understand it, and I look forward to conquering all of them.
Well, Coach Bourne, I tell you what, it's been a pleasure to have you on this show today. Hopefully you play Georgia Tech or somebody, Georgia State, somewhere close, like maybe Memphis, somewhere that's close to where I'm at. So I come see you play, man. Like, call up Josh Pastner, call up Ron Hunter, call up Al Skinner, call up guys so you can figure something out, man. Let's get you at the ATL, man. Let's see what's up with that, man.
That sounds good. I appreciate it.
All your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft. Whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft, Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consultant, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Back here on the Bossman Show, the great show for you, Cuonzo Martin, the new coach of Missouri Tigers. We also talked to the new coach of the Quinnipiac Bobcats, Baker Dunleavy, and we talked to the Oklahoma State Cowboys, a great nickname, the Cowboys there, and Mike Boynton. Now, we go to the man himself, he did karaoke, the best man at the Boss Report I know, my man, J.C. Smith. What's good, bro?
They know. What up, boss?
Man, not much, man. They know it's your time. They heard Charlotte in the background. It's your time to shine. Cowboys got a victory over the Cardinals. Like the smackdown on their candy asses with the four stringers. It's all good in my hood, bro.
No doubt. Yeah, I watched that game last night, man. Saw a couple, prospects, a couple guys that may help us out this year, man. So it's all good. Football season here, Cowboy season. Life is good, man.
No doubt. Well, folks, you've been waiting on it. It's time for it. It's here. It's the Boss Report. All right, bro, our first story is this. 59-year-old China woman gets plastic surgery to avoid paying $3 million debt by changing her appearance and name and hightailing it out of China to Japan.
Wait a minute. Go back. Say it one more time, man. What happened?
Yeah, okay. 59-year-old China woman gets plastic surgery to avoid paying a $3 million debt by changing her appearance, her name, and hightailing it out of China to Japan.
Wow, okay. She had $3 million worth of debt. Yeah, I wonder what she owed that was $3 million. A house, or she owed the mob. I'm like, what's going on? They could all that over $3 million. Like,
exactly.
I mean, hell, I got 30,000, but I gotta change my whole look. You know, if I ain't got it, I ain't got it. I ain't about to change my appearance and, you know what I'm saying, get plastic surgery and all that craziness. Like, if I got it, yeah, I'll give it to you. But since I don't got it, I can't give it to you. It's as simple as that, man.
Exactly. We got this. Florida woman arrested after bringing her child along during an armed robbery of her boss after he refused to give her the opportunity to top him off right for a higher raise.
All right, so we got a story here. So basically, she was offering sloppy toppy, and the boss didn't want to take it.
He didn't.
Wow, that's different. That's different. Okay, all right. So he went and accepted it. Man, yeah, that ain't how the game goes. Like, if you're an authoritative figure and you're a supervisor, like, that's part of your job requirement. You know what I'm saying? Is to have female coworkers or female people that's below you, you know, give you top, and then you're supposed to promote them and give them better pay or better hours. Like, that's how it's supposed to go.
Exactly. I don't know, man. Homeboy didn't want to go to the game down in Florida. This is one Florida man who's actually upstanding for once.
That's an oxymoron, right? Like, somebody in Florida with morals. Like, where you do that?
Exactly. Like, for real, what's happening down there? But here we go. Scooby-Doo face as 12 inmates escape Alabama jail by tricking Goofy guard with peanut butter.
I heard about this. I saw some news the other day. Yeah, all right. So I didn't know peanut butter was that useful to where, you know what I'm saying, you can use it to get out of jail, man. Like, I didn't know it had. I knew peanut, you know, had a lot of different things, you know, that, of course, George Washington Carver, the great black scientist, you know, that he used peanut to make other things or whatever. But I know one of the purposes was that you use to get out of jail. Like, that's unique. So, I mean, and then they tricked a new guard, you know, to let them out or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, more power to them, man. But I heard that even the people that helped them escape on the outside got arrested also. So that's messed up, man. Like, if I'm gonna assume dude's name was like Bobby Lee or something like that, one of the escape convicts. That's messed up. Bobby Lee hit you up, and I'm like, "Come out, come pick me up." Like, what if you didn't know that he broke out and you still got arrested? That's messed up, man.
Very much so. Very much so. Here we go. Layer story alert. Florida man, 83, gives finger while doing U-turns, listening to Future, resisting arrest, getting away, but then is caught when deputies spot him getting topped off at the nursing facility on the porch.
Yo, this dude sound like he had the best night ever, man. Like, when I'm 83 years old, I want to wild out just like that, man. And then, first of all, you still getting topped? You getting topped off at 83? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. But yeah, but it felt like he was on a hell of a trip, man. Like, they gave him they spiked his applesauce at the nursing home. Like, something happened at the nursing home to make him wild out like that.
Exactly. I mean, my man was doing U-turns in the future.
Yeah.
He broke away from an arrest.
He doing donuts.
He got the top.
He doing donuts in the middle of the road. Like, he wilding out right now.
Man, here we go. We got squashed. Texas man with a history of deviant acts towards vegetables since life in prison behind bars after being caught once again, giving it to the produce section at Publix.
Man, so you can get locked away for life for humping some apples and oranges. Oh man, I hope he wasn't using the grapefruit. Yeah, man. Oh, it's crazy though. Man, hey, they don't play in Texas, man. You know, they lock you up for a lot of things: murder, rape, and apparently sodomizing produce. So you gotta be careful now in Texas, man.
No doubt, you got that right. Here we go. Florida man arrested after claiming car smells like weed due to latex gloves and extreme sexual session he had with 2 prostitutes at Wendy's the previous night.
Hey, man. Hey, shout out to Wendy's. Wendy's is not as good as it used to be, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't fell off with the Nuggets. Remember the Nuggets? The Nuggets
fries suck too, man. Them fries suck as well. See, some fries are not good.
Exactly. Now, when I go to Wendy's, I'll do the salad, the apple pecan salad, and maybe the strawberry lemonade. And that's it. But back to the story, so my man, so he was at Wendy's, was a prostitute, and he was claiming himself that the car smelled like weed?
Yeah, because of that, like the previous night.
Oh, so he forgot, like, that he was at Wendy's and probably the smell of a double stack and mixed in with the smell of prostitutes and drugs would probably have his car smell like weed?
I guess he forgot about it, bro.
Oh, it's crazy. That's crazy, man. Like, I'll say I've been with a prostitute or two in my lifetime. That's something you're not gonna forget. You know, getting with a prostitute, because that's a hair-raising experience right there, man. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Exactly. It could be a setup, or you could be like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You never know. A lot of prostitutes are fronts for Johns and the mob. The suckers suck.
Yeah.
A lot of them are fronts. You gotta understand, like,
yeah, man.
Okay, what am I getting myself into right now? Because if you're a prostitute, you ain't out there for no reason. You know?
Yeah, man. That's the most exciting yet dangerous time of your life, man, when you get a prostitute for the first time. You don't know what's about to happen.
Exactly. And we got this. Washington woman arrested after refusing to move bag to overhead bins on United flight.
All right, so we got Washington woman. Normally, they're nice people up there in the Pacific Northwest, but so we got she was on the airplane and she got arrested for not moving her
bins. She want to keep it on her lap.
What's wrong with that?
I guess
if it doesn't get in the way, like, you're supposed to be able to do that, right? You don't have to
I would think you ain't supposed you can hold it if you got room, but you're on United, I guess not.
Yeah. Ain't that the same? United the same airline where they
he was screaming like old girl, like he was getting knocked off or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, United ain't going, man.
United in spirit don't be going,
slogan. Bro. Like, yeah, like, come fly with us, or we're gonna put hands on you. That's the slogan, man.
Exactly. We got Florida woman arrested. Her boyfriend passes out due to her bad body odor during a love-making session.
Man. How about you, boss? But in my life, I've come across, a few of them that, just didn't smell that well. But to pass out.
Yeah.
All right, I will tell you this one story. All right, I didn't sleep with this. However, it was a former coworker of mine from back in the day. We think he was toxic. You know how people have a toxic body odor, a toxic smell? That's what happened to her. Like, no matter what she did, she could take a bath, shower, use every stick of deodorant possible. She still just had an odor. You know what I'm saying? So some people just have a condition to where no matter what they do, they gonna omit a foul odor, man. But yeah, dog, like, man, to pass out, don't promise. Oh, she had to be like, man, like everything that stinks in the world imaginable, like, had to be inside of her, man. So
exactly. And quick story. This is the boss disclaimer. If I smell you rotten or you skunk me, I'll never see you ever again. Or if, like, this is like my rule. Yeah. Ladies, like, okay, this happened about a couple months ago, so put it out there. This thick lady I was dealing with came by the house. It was gonna be our first time getting down. I was cool with that. But she'd been working all day. I get all that. She took off her clothes. You know, it had that must that emitted rousing must smell. And I really didn't enjoy what was going on because, like, you knew to come over here. Why didn't you pair? You know what I'm saying? Why you sent me with all day old cat?
Yeah.
If those gonna not smell fresh as it should be.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't go down on me? No. I'm so keep it the stroking only. And it got so bad, bruh. I couldn't give him from the back because he was worse from the back. So I just took the L and laid on top of it and finished off. And after that, never saw her again, to be honest with you. Because I was that pissed off because we talked about this. You knew it's coming over here. At that time, I'm like, okay, people, somebody come to your house past 10 o'clock, you know what's going down. So there you go. I'm thinking, like, okay, cool, fine. But then I'm like, whoa, like, for real? This is your all-day cat? You ain't cleaned up?
I mean, some women just, they pH balance, you know, we're going to a whole different topic right now, but the pH balance is just off, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing they do about it, man. Like, once that pH balance is off, it's hard to get it back balanced again. So they're going to always have faint sense of something to where, you know, you're gonna notice it, man. Like, they always have a twang about it. You know what I'm saying? A twang.
Yeah, with that twang, she never, hey, look, she had a nice, big booty, like I like it, but I couldn't change that again. Because if I found it again, I really got more angrier. So I was like, look here, right. I hit it.
I feel you.
Okay, it's over. You know, we got down. I succeeded in my goal. We'll keep on pushing. But fellas, ladies, make sure if you're going to go get you something, make sure you're prepared to give it to your partner, and make sure you're properly hygiened up for them, so they won't be skunked. Or that's how our little dude did with other women. For real.
Yeah, dog.
Here we go. New York man arrested after saying he wanted to channel his quote inner R. Kelly and get on multiple women's faces after they rode the 7 train to the Mets game.
Wait a minute, we got Mets game 7.
The 7 train takes you where the Mets Stadium is.
Okay, got you. So the 7 game there. And
New York man arrested after saying he wanted to channel his inner R. Kelly and urinate on multiple events after they rode the 7 train to a Mets game.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm there for it. Oh, wow. Okay, then. Yeah. Hey, man, you know what? R. Kelly is sick, but he's not the only one. Like, there's a lot in this world. He just gets attention because of who he is. But there's a lot of people out here that probably be peeing on they significant other. They know whoever they kick with, they time like that. They have these different fetishes to where they do crazy stuff. Like, a certain fetish. But some people are just sick to where they do things that's crazy, man. So I'm not surprised. You got New York and Subway, you know. I'm sure crazier things have happened on the subway. I'm surprised about it.
Tennessee woman arrested after $11,000 from Walmart in broad daylight, leading police on a 536-mile chase before running out of gas.
Man, look at police chase, man. You gotta take at least halfway. You gotta at least have half gas, man. Because you never know how long it's gonna go, man. So if you run out of gas, like, you should actually get more jail time for running out of gas or a police chase. They should add on like an extra 6 months just being a dumbass. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Exactly. And get this. Florida man on the loose after stealing, get this, $246 worth of steaks and running into woods to escape Publix employee who chased him after he stole the steaks.
Man, all right. First of all, I don't care where I work at. I ain't about to chase somebody that stole something, all right? First of all, for you to steal something, that lets me know you're not in your right state of mind anyway. Now, if it's something small, petty, like everybody's stolen, like, you know, candy or something like that, but you can steal steaks, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crucial. Like, there's something going on in your life to where you need that food. You know what I'm saying? You just never know about people. So, I ain't about to chase nobody down. If I get fired, so what? I was working at a shoe store some years ago here in Memphis, and I saw a lady stealing some shoes. And, you know, the manager started getting mad at me, talking about why I didn't stop her. I don't know what's going on with that lady. Why stealing them shoes? You know what I'm saying? It could be anything. And then I approach her. She might have a gun or stab me. I ain't about to chase nobody down. My job is not that serious. It's $8 an hour y'all paying me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that serious for me to go chase somebody down.
Exactly. You got that right. We got another story out of Tennessee. Tennessee man arrested after having sex with a pig and getting Johnson caught in the pig's box, but they pissed Johnson out the pig's box.
Wow. Well, this has to be somewhere close to Nashville. because ain't nothing like this happening towards Memphis, boy. I'll tell you that. But yeah, okay. So I've heard of guys sticking their thing in goats. I never heard about pigs. Pig parts before, but okay, that's different. Hey, so you say, oh man, but how you duck though? Did the pig like clinch up? You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't want to even imagine how that went down.
Like how you? Yeah, like did the pig make a noise and like you know how women like tighten up? You know what I'm saying? Like the pig tighten up on it and like lock it in or something. Like
that when I read that kind of made me sick. Like for real, like.
Right.
He's been charged with 4 counts of bestiality, and he's also charged with trespassing on property as well. He gets what he deserves.
Yeah, man. I hope the pig's okay.
Pig took the L, bro. The pig has comes from pork shoulder and ribs now.
Oh no.
So we got final story today is this right here. Florida man arrested after Stone Cold sending McDonald's employees after wanting ice cream 4 days in a row and the machine still broken.
Bruh, I can feel his pain, man. This is my favorite story today. I was at McDonald's last night, all right, and they talk about the ice cream machine wasn't working, right? Come on, man. It's like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the evening. How's your ice cream machine not working? I can see if I came through at 12 o'clock at night or whatever. And a lot of times it don't be broken. Y'all don't want to go back there and repair it or whatever. I can understand that, but not like 7 o'clock when everybody getting off work, getting something to eat. Come on, nah. You can't tell me that, man. Ice cream machine.
4 days in a row.
And then Burger King, right. And then Burger King across the street from my house. How about their drink machine wasn't working? Now we ain't talking just ice cream.
Even the new machine, when you just push the little button, it gives whatever you want.
Exactly. They talking about the water line was broke. How, Sway? Yeah, like I wanted to reach through. I wanted to reach through and drive through the window and son called the lady telling me the ice cream machine wasn't working. So I can totally understand where this guy was coming from, man.
Well, bro, you know what the fan story today is? What's your take on the whole report today, man?
Hey, dog, this is top notch, man. This is like top notch boss report level of stories going on right here, man. Like it's the first cut. This is A1.
And bro, you know what's bad
man.
when the first story is layered like it was. I told you.
Exactly.
I told you it's gonna be crazy today.
Bro.
I told you.
This is the best of. It's like the best of.
Better
stuff right
believe
here,
it.
man.
Well, bro, what you got going with Three Kings? I know it's about your anniversary, man. You all doing your thing. How did it go, man?
Oh, it was awesome, man. Thanks for asking, dog. It was awesome. You know, Three Kings, 3-year anniversry, karaoke and everything went down last weekend, man. We was trying to do bigger and better stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all good. That's all well and good with the karaoke, but, you know, your boy, I'm trying to get back to the sports radio game. Holla at your boy, man.
Hey, bro, I tell you what, there's some openings here at the ATL. We need to get you here. We need to make the Boss Report take it to a whole nother level. We're doing sports and the Boss Report, because I feel like the world needs what we have to offer, because this radio style is one of a kind and unique. Can't find anywhere right here on the Bossman Radio Network, BossmanRadioShow.com. JC Smith and me doing what we do best, entertaining the people, because I will tell you, JC, on the air, this segment right here is the highest rated segment of the week, which when you come on with the Boss Report, okay? That's the highest rated segment of the week when you come on with Boss Sports. So people know what they want to hear. This right here was right here.
Holla at your boy. We out here, man. Sports Report and Boss Report.
You better believe it. Hey, bruh, we got to make it happen, bruh. So no doubt, man. That's Johnny Smith. Charlotte Lowe, but the kicker. I hear the background. Charlotte Lowe's coming up on me. So that means time to go today. So, folks, that's for Cuonzo Martin. We got my man from Missouri, Baker Dunleavy, Quinnipiac, and my boy OK State. JC Smith, boss man. We out.
And if you don't know, now you know.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft. Whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft, Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to do 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.